I used to often find myself stressing about things that did not matter. I would worry about the grade I would get on a test, or I would worry constantly about, oh, what is this person going to think, or what is that person going to think? And I finally figured out the solution to how to rid yourself of this anxiety. So if you're tired of feeling stressed constantly, then this video is for you. So the solution boils down to two principles. The first principle is that there are two types of things in this world: the things that you can control and the things that you cannot control. The problem with anxiety and being stressed all the time is that you associate your identity and your self-worth with things that are outside of your control. You assign your self-worth to a grade you get on a test. An A, that means I'm a good person, or F, means I'm a bad person. You assign yourself to external outcomes like, oh, if I win this match, then I'm successful. Or if I lose this match, then that means I'm a loser. When rather, you should be focusing on things that you can control. And the things that you can control are very, very limited. You cannot control many things in life. One of the things you can control is your effort level. One of the things you can control is your attention, where you're directing your attention. One of the things you can control is what you eat, your exercise, your diet, your health. Those are things you can influence. And the things you can influence are where your self-worth should be, is where you should be tying your sense of identity to. You shouldn't be the person who gets A's on every test. You should be the person who studies hard for every test. You shouldn't be the guy who wins every match, who beats his friends in FIFA every time. You should be the guy who plays his hardest and tries his best. You shouldn't be the guy who is jacked and ripped. You should be the guy who goes to the gym every day, no matter what. So these are simple, subtle shifts in your mindset that will help you with your anxiety. Because I used to find myself attaching myself to grades and my homework assignments and all these other external things that did not matter, when in reality, the only things that I can influence is this small, and the things that are affecting me are this large. So taking these two things, the things you can control and the things you cannot control, you have to differentiate yourself from the things you cannot control. You are not tied to what you cannot control. It's outside of your control. It has nothing to do with you. Rather, you should be focused on what you can control. And what you can control is your effort and your attention. So make sure you're putting those things into things you actually care about. So that brings me to principle 2. What is it that you care about? So many of us are worried about what other people think that we don't stop and think to ourselves, what is it that I like? What am I interested in? What do I want to do with my life? When I was younger, I found myself wanting to be a lawyer. And I don't know where this idea came from, because I don't really like law. I wasn't really interested in it. I think it maybe came from external factors like TV shows and things where I saw lawyers were cool. But reality is I was more interested in math and science growing up compared to, let's say, English or the law. And so it influenced my decision to take a law course in high school, which it was mandatory to take for 4 years, which I regret. If I could go back, I would take a different major, you should say, for the high school. But this thing that I didn't care about, it influenced my life so great. And that is a scary thing, because if you do not control what influences your life, if you do not control what you put your attention to and your effort to, then your life is going to be miserable. There's so many people working dead-end jobs because all they care about is money, and their effort is focused into the wrong thing. And there's so many miserable students who are studying things they don't care about because their parents told them to, or their significant others studying at that college and they want to go there. So it's not a good idea to let other people or other external things determine what is important to you. And when I find myself not sure about what is important, or if the thing I'm doing is important, I like to think about at my funeral, or when I'm dead a long time from now, inshallah, long time from now, that what is it that I want people to talk about me? Like, what do I want them to say? What would I want someone at my funeral to say? Would I want the person to say, oh yeah, he dedicated himself to making money every day and he didn't have any time for his friends or family, but he made a lot of money? Is that the type of person I want to be? No, I don't think so. I'd be someone who someone would say, oh, he was always someone there to listen to, someone who I could talk to, someone who could help me solve my problems, someone who taught me things, someone who gave me advice, a person who helped a lot of people, a person who was dedicated to his family, who worked hard every day, who didn't slack off. That is the type of person I want to be remembered as. So when I go to my day-to-day life, I try to take those principles and apply it to everything I do. Like recording this video, I want to make sure I give my full attention and teach you something. Hopefully you learn something. So those are the two principles. Make sure you focus, differentiate between what you can control and what you cannot control. And to think about what is really important to you, because I cannot answer that question. Nobody can answer that question except for you. So reflect on it, ponder upon it, inquire upon it, write about it, because it's a hard question. So hopefully this video helps you. If you did, like, subscribe. Love you. Bye.